Good morning, Honors Pre-Calc students. This is Mr. Gazzato, and I wanted to go through the continued fraction problem. We did one in class, and I wanted to make sure that you see another example. So if you look at this problem, the goal is to figure out the value of 7 plus 1 over 7 plus 1 over ... So the idea is if we set this equal to x, and then if I highlight this portion here, and if we were in the classroom, I might say if we were to circle that portion, what I'm hoping you would see is what I just circled or highlighted in yellow is the same as the original. So I'm going to take that off for a minute and look at that original, and again I'm going to circle this, and hopefully you realize that what I just circled in blue is the same as the original. So then you could become, this problem will become x equals 7 over 1 plus x. So the principle is called substitution, and it's used quite often in calculus. So if we were to multiply both sides by the denominator, and then go through the algebra here, we get a quadratic equation. That's how it's connected to this unit. So then x is equal to the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So x is equal to negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 29 over 2. Now there are two answers here. Negative 1 minus the square root of 29 over 2, and negative 1 plus the square root of 29 over 2. If you go back to the original problem, that quantity is positive. Since that quantity is positive, this solution in the quadratic equation is incorrect. So the only solution to this problem is negative 1 plus root 29 over 2, because that quantity is positive. I'm going to go through one more example, and then the worksheet has some other examples that you can try. If you want to pause the screen and try this problem before you listen to me, that'd be great. All right, so see if we could use the same process here. So I'm going to say x is equal to that quantity. And then I'm going to highlight. So when I look at the original and I look at that highlighted quantity, they look the same to me. I'm going to circle it also. So then this problem, x is equal to, it'd be 19 plus 1 over x. So a slight variation. Multiply everything by x, so you get x squared is equal to 19x plus 1. X squared minus 19x minus 1 is equal to 0. So x is equal to opposite of b, so 19, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so negative 19 squared, minus 4ac, all over 2a. X is 19 plus or minus the square root. Doing that value, I think I get 365 over 2. Again, there are two answers here. 19 plus the square root of 365 over 2, and 19 minus the square root of 365 over 2. And again, 19 minus the square root of 365 over 2 is negative. So the answer here is 19 plus square root of 365 over 2. So there are a couple of other problems on this worksheet. You could try them, and the answers are also attached.